have Miss Janada Gadzama, Janada, excuse me, Young Peace Champions and UNODC's Strive Juvenile. She's one of 16 UNODC's Strive Juvenile Youth Peace Champions, or YPCs. In this context, you and your fellow YPCs have been recently leading the hashtag See the Child campaign in Borno State, Nigeria, a youth-led awareness-raising campaign aimed to fuel community acceptance and eliminate stigmatization of reintegrated children in the target local government authorities, LGAs, of Borno State, as well as you contributed to the overall reconciliation and peace-building efforts. This campaign has reached over 9 million people through targeted radio sessions and social media content, and has contributed to the prevention of further recruitment of vulnerable children and those already reintegrated into the communities. So, finishing off our panel, my question to you is, the role of youth in evaluation is crucial, especially from low-income and vulnerable communities. And so, in your experience, what role do youth-led initiatives play in promoting accountability and inclusivity within communities affected by a conflict? And what is the role of member states to support these youth-led initiatives in the evaluation process specifically?
Thank you very much, Andrea, for this amazing moderation. So I come from a region that has been ravaged by insurgency, Nigeria, Borno State to be precise. I don't know if you hear about all the stories online. Abduction of Chibok girls, with several other vibrant stories that has touched the social media. So I and other 16 Youth Peace Champions have been doing a great work over there under the UNODC Strive Juvenile project aimed at preventing and responding to violence against children by terrorists and armed groups. So we have been able to reach over 9 million people. Now, the role of young people, in especially youth-led organizations and locally driven initiatives, is that they first of all have to believe in themselves, because sometimes youth feel as if they're not given spaces, and then there's this sometimes political apathy. They don't want to go into politics because they feel it's a dirty game and all that. But then we have to understand that when youth are given the platforms by organizations, by the member states, they need to take ownership of projects. Like we have been able to take ownership of projects given to us by UNODC over there. And then I believe that the youth do not only need a seat at the table, but their voice to be heard. And for every step of implementation, first of all, consultation needs to be done before even the implementation or negotiation processes, because sometimes you find out that organizations are doing more harm because they don't actually know what the youth want, and then they go ahead and just bring up certain projects that this is what actually the youth want, but they don't act, so they're doing more harm than good. So consultation is very important. Then implementation stage, the youth should be carried along. The collaboration, partnerships. Youth are not beneficiaries of government or NGOs. They are collaborators, they are partners. Anything done for us without us is not for us. So we need to be actively engaged in the political space, in leadership, and in all other offices of power. And also the role of member states is for them to actually support us by bringing such initiatives like the ECOSOC Youth Forum. It's an amazing place where youths from diverse places across the world have come, and then we're able to learn from each other. We're able to actually hear what we are all facing in our regions. And then she spoke about the shrinking civic space, and it's actually quite disheartening, because as you said earlier, we are being seen as a threat by governments. So I think we can take advantage of social media, even though it has some level of restrictions, but I think we can harness the use of animation and arts, which we have, the 16 Youth Peace Champions, we have been using art and animation and content creation to spread messages of peace. We underwent a lot of training, and we have been able to learn so much. So we have been drawing, using drawings, we have been creating peace clubs across schools and secondary schools and primary schools across Borno State in Nigeria. We have also been able, alongside UNODC, create a community-based dialogue structure whereby we sat down with our stakeholders and community leaders with an intergenerational dialogue, and we have been able to include everyone in this process. Children, we have spoken to children, we have spoken to stakeholders, and we have also spoken to our fellow youth who are not part of the project, and everyone is just happy about this project. So I think we need more of such initiatives. Today, I'm not only speaking for myself, I'm speaking for other 15 youth champions that I'm actually representing. So this is not only what I'm saying, but this is something we have sat down and collectively thought that I can come and say here. And lastly, I just want to say that action speaks louder than words. I hope that everything we're saying is being documented, and I hope to see more positive change along the way. So I just want to say thank you for the opportunity. And youth are also, they're not beneficiaries, as I said, they are partners and leaders in this journey. So the earlier the seats are given, the voice is heard, then we are assured of a greater future. Thank you.
No, thank you so much.